Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he wouldn't never have to fight again because the exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
In the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Jusdueboxing, the best boxing talk on YouTube.
Jusdueboxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Jusdueboxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Jusdueboxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube, because I am definitely biased when I talk about boxing. So
as always, we got to shout out everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my brother Jusdu. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to Just, man. Just doing a hell of a job over there. Had a great interview today. The brother, and I say it respectfully, one of the most non-biased individuals that I've ever heard speak on the sport of boxing. And I got a lot of love and respect for my brother Just, man. And right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Jusdu, man. Much love.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family on this a beautiful Friday, man. We back to build on this boxing and give it its just due. Y'all already know, smash the like button, sub to the channel, turn your notifications on, support the grind, and we gonna chop it up. We gonna build for a little bit, man. We gonna talk about it. Shout out to Ghetto Fab. What it do, homie? Shout out to the fam, but we gonna talk about it, man. We got some good fights coming up for tomorrow, man. We got the return of Jermall Charlo. For me, I'm excited for him, man. I want to see him back in the ring. I want to see him get back in the winning side of things, right? He ain't never lost in the ring as a professional, but you know his biggest battles have always came outside of the ring for Jermall. So, you know, seeing all the things that he went through, whether it was self-inflicted or not, you know, he's human. He went through some things. He had to get through them. And it took him quite a while, you know, about 2 years of his career, you know what I mean, outside the ring. And, you know, finally he finds himself back. He looked like he in some pretty good shape. He did make weight. So everybody that was saying he wasn't going to make weight, you know, shame on y'all for counting out Big Charlo. I mean, he's not a guy that's known to be missing weight anyway. So I don't see why people, well, I get it. You know, the time off, they just assumed he probably wasn't going to be focused. Therefore, he would have ended up being overweight. But I didn't think that was going to be the case. Jordan, what it do, homie? Bro, this would be what? His first fight at 68. I ain't see him coming in overweight. And it's an interesting development with Charlo is he's no longer with he's not training with, you know, currently he's not training with Ronnie Shields. So that's something to think about. But good for him, in my opinion, good for him that he's fighting Thomas Lamana. And there's no shade or slight to Thomas Lamana. He just hasn't showed that he's on the level that a Charlo is at. You know what I mean? And even with him possibly not being all the way at his best, a lot going to have to go wrong for him tomorrow for him to lose this fight, in my opinion. You get what I'm saying? He would have just had fell off a cliff or something, so to speak, right? To lose this fight tomorrow. I just don't see it, you know. But like I say, not with Ronnie Shields, and I think this would be the perfect opponent where he could afford to not be with a Ronnie Shields, right? He said he in shape. He said he got good people around him. He sound like he in a good space mentally, which is good, man. He sound better than he have in recent interviews, right? So I'm just ready to see. I'm ready to see what he looked like, but you know they always got to give you the show before the show, right? They give you the show before the show, and Charlo has some interesting statements and comments to make about you know, Canelo Alvarez legacy remains. What it do, homie? How you feeling, man? Shout out to the chat, man. Y'all hit the like button as the people roll on in. We're gonna chop it up for a little bit on this Good Friday. Build on this boxing like we do. But yeah, like I said, man, Charlo made some statements, man. He went off, man. He had a lot to say. And you know I'm the clip king, so you know I got the clips, got the interviews, man. He went to talking, and you know the news, since the news broke, everybody's been weighing in on it, right? Well, Munguia fell in the drug test, the high levels of testosterone. People feel like the kid is juicing. To many, it's no surprise because he's over there in the Eddy Reynoso camp, who people feel like, you know, is the juice crew. You know what I'm saying? They call them dudes the juice crew. I don't think nobody's making it up. I mean, the evidence is there. You got too many fighters over there. You up to like 4 or 5 fighters, like I said, that's tested dirty for banned substances, right? So at this point, it just don't look good for the stable, right? For you as the coach, right? It's just no coincidence. That's math. That's too many people. And you got even Oscar Delahoya coming out and saying, hey, man, maybe y'all need to go ask Eddy Reynoso what's up. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, yeah, make a lot of sense. I mean, somebody got an answer to it. If it was anybody else, they'd be scrutinized and questioned about it. But like, he got to feel crazy that every time you turn around, it's a fighter under his tutelage that's, you know, fell in a drug test. It's just not something that looks good at all. Keep building on that. Keep on building for sure. That legacy. Shout out to my homie Frequent. What's good with it, homie? So yeah, man. Yeah, he made some statements, man. He made some statements about the great Saul Canelo Alvarez, man. He said Canelo is on that joint. You know, Canelo on that joint. I mean, he back on it. The computer all dawn. You know, he went in on the Haneys, right? He openly rooting for Teofimo. I mean, he doing a lot, man. Charlo, man, he steered the pot real good on this one. Thrill Hill, what it do, homie? And I'm looking at it like, hey, man, you know, it's a little crazy, but we gonna get to it. Like, he had a lot to say, but it's no surprise, bro. Like, we know what it is. Look, Canelo popped for the computer all those years ago with the Triple G situation. And since then, people always looked at him a bit sideways, right? Especially with the fact that as soon as that happened, they raised the limits that you could legally have. And That's what Charlo was speaking to. So it's not completely out of nowhere, the things he was saying, but it did surprise me that he was like, openly just saying, yo, this dude he on that shit again. Like, you get me? Because you talking about fighting him. So if you think like that, think about it. This is a guy that you're talking about possibly fighting down the line, right? Or in a couple fights, however it work out for you. But this is something that you decided to say that he on that stuff. Forever G's, what it do? 2 cents, what it do? So like I said, man, he got people heads turning, man, and he got people ears open, man. They listening. Charlo like dirty, still dirty. We're gonna get to this though. We're gonna pull this up. Hit the like button on this Good Friday, man. How y'all feeling, man? Like I said, I'm glad to see him back in the ring. I just hope he fully focused and he could put out the kind of performance that would show us or make us feel like at home that he's back. You get what I'm saying? I really do want to see the dude win. So aside from these statements he made, these bold claims that he made on Canelo, I still want to see this dude, go out there and put a beating on this guy. You know what I'm saying? Jermall Charlo at the top of his game is great for boxing, man. So hopefully he can use this fight as a bit of a building block, so to speak, to get himself back where he need to be. Sweet Hands Plant ain't on snack. He on slap. Yeah, right.
Take him out to dinner and introduce him to big.
Right. So this was this was Charlo, one of his interviews where he was doing some talking. So we're gonna go over it, man. We're gonna get to it. Let's see what he had.
Where you gonna take him?
So maybe with the strip club showing some black hoes. Fuck the Haneys. Fuck Bill Haney. He made this little controversy. I can show y'all Bill Haney calling me talking about Eddy Reynoso ain't paid him his money and his son is on the bottom, the back of the burner and all this. Bro, Bill Haney owe me an apology. I gotta see him. I'm in Vegas, Bill. Holler at me.
That's another snack fighter.
Huh?
That's another snack fighter.
Another snack fighter. Exactly.
What do you think about
taking L's?
We just got a word that the Teofimo.
Yeah, and I get it that they, him and Devin Haney went back and forth, but I thought I seen them and they was cool once before. Could have swore I thought they was cool once upon a time. But it's boxing, man. Nothing lasts for long in boxing, man. These dudes fall out every other day. But I hate to hear that, like, F the Haneys. And, look, man, shit happens in boxing, bro. Like, your brother lost. Like, do that mean he ain't shit because he lost? And he got dominated, man. A lot of people felt like he didn't even try, right? He just survived, right? Is he trash? Like, is it F him? Like, you get what I'm saying? So I really don't I don't understand sometimes the energy that they be having for the young man. It don't be that deep. I mean, he went out there, he fought a guy that cheated, and people act like it never even happened. Like it was just some kind of fair fight or something. He just went out there and just got his ass handed to him when it's not even the case. It's just crazy, man. But let's get back to it.
And Devin Haney fight that was supposed
I'm going for Tio.
They fell out though.
I'm going for Tio regardless.
Even with all the comments?
I like Tio. I don't mind. I say racist shit all the time, bro. I don't mean it. I ain't racist, but we all say the shit. You white?
Yeah,
I am.
So what? That don't mean I'm racist.
No, of course not.
I know my color.
See, that sounds stupid. He know his colors. Like, you white, that don't mean I'm racist. That was pretty silly. And it's like, look, I get it. Everybody not going to run around here and be mad at Teofimo for the comments and the things that he been saying. But at the end of the day, man, I think you got to be more aware of the situation and the times, bro. He clearly disrespecting people at an alarming rate. And then the fact that, he had people coming to his aid and going to bat for him and openly trashing Devin Haney while openly rooting for him is just weird to me. Like, it's weird. It's like we got it confused. Like, people lose fights, man. That shit happen all the time. People get knocked down in fights. People get their ass whooped. It happens, but I don't think they should be getting trashed as a team, right? It shouldn't be a F the Haney campaign. I don't think that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, I could have swore they were cool once upon a time. I know I'm not tripping. You know, so I don't know what happened and what changed, but for him to be trashing him like that, like I said, and rooting for Teofimo is just a little weird to me. You get what I'm saying? Technique was good with it. Canelo wasn't on Snack, so I would say he's clean. Canelo slapped his filter loose, you stupid.
Have you talked to Earl recently?
Nah, nobody heard from me. He's somewhere on the farm somewhere. Yeah, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Shout out to Earl Smith. Look at him, bro. He's bad built, out of shape.
What you think about the pants?
Trash. You can't dress. He's from New York or
that
New
Tyson
Jersey.
Fury
Yeah, but Tyson Fury is a big heavyweight that's been boxing for a while, top of competition. He never even been to Vegas before. He didn't even take himself. Think about it. Type of, you know what I'm saying? He's cool. I mean,
I know you said
Balboa was Italian, Jermall.
goofy.
I know you said you'll take him out to dinner and introduce him to big leagues. Where you gonna take him?
To Mayweather strip club showing some black hoes.
Hey, what Jamal,
OD locked in.
It's actually video game slang. What does that mean?
They asked me, yeah, they asked me what you were saying. I don't know what you were saying.
It's video game slang, actually.
Yeah.
It is.
Have you had a chance to look into the Haney and Munguia situation yet?
No, I heard he was on steroids or something, right? I read about it. It's crazy though. Haney Munguia OD, right?
On that jersey.
He did some goofy shit. He OD. That's what I call OD.
You still feel like something's up with Snack? You were the first one.
Yeah, I exposed him, right? I'm not the only person that exposed Snack. Come on, man. Y'all people, I never lied to y'all in my career, bro.
The thing is, man, I'm like, I don't know about y'all, but for me, I'm a little tired of it. Like the fake Snack outrage, bro. These dudes, first off, y'all be accusing fighters of being on Snack that's not even on Snack. You get what I'm saying? Then y'all making it seem like it's just like some super unfair performance enhancement that these dudes is getting. So you would have to explain why some of these guys that actually are on Snack are getting their asses beat and taking losses, getting stopped, knocked out, dropped, gassing out, all of this stuff that you would think steroids and all these performance enhancements would help you with, right? But you got several fighters that, you know, are getting their asses kicked that are on Snack. So it's like people say they expose it. They're not exposing shit. Y'all just saying with, you know, the basic stuff that people already know. They bring up the same angle. Listen, I ain't got no words for Victor Conte. He is who he is, and y'all feel how y'all feel about him, and I get it. But as far as just making everybody a dirty fighter just because it makes no sense, man. Just deal with these situations as they come, right? Haney Munguia is a guy that couldn't just say it was dirty just because you felt it, right? You get what I'm saying? But then when you come back and you see that he popped for something now, you got evidence, right? You got evidence to prove that that piss wasn't right? He has high levels of testosterone. It ain't looking right for him. So you deal with him accordingly. Now you put him in a column with the rest of the guys that tested positive. But for the ones that don't, it's like these guys are cool with just throwing the jacket on them and just running with it. And that it's like boxing is becoming worse. Because people nowadays don't even need evidence, don't need no proof, no knowledge, no nothing. They just, it's just because I said so. He's dirty. Shit just don't, it's nasty work, man.
So Caleb is Snack fighter. Are you worried about that?
Who?
Caleb is Snack fighter. You worried about that in y'all fight?
Nah. He got some, I don't know, dog. Nah, hell no.
Yeah, like this is a guy that you would want to fight. Why even make it seem like, you know, that it's even a chance now? You know, come on, don't do Caleb Plant like that. See what I'm saying? And they be setting it up like, look, I get it, man. People be looking for those viral moments, but that shit kind of lame, man. Stop trying to prop and set these questions up in a way where he end up saying something because you know he already on the roll. So you just gonna throw Caleb Plant in there. It's just like a, you know, collateral damage. Like, nah, bro, don't do that. Caleb Plant is with Snack, so you worried about him? Like, come on, what are y'all doing? And then when he approached y'all, just like he did recently, when he approached Ellie, look how uncomfortable he was. And then you wonder why some of these fighters don't be rocking with these reporters because y'all be up to no good. Y'all be trying to set this table for some BS to start. Just let this man get through his fight with Lamana, and let's see if him and Plant get in there and run it, man. Let the fade be that. But they be chasing the moments, man. I'm telling you. They be chasing it. Teach what's good with it, bro.
He can't drop me in no shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit. He don't hit hard. He can't say I don't know because he don't hit hard.
What's your reaction to Haney and Munguia's test coming back positive for advanced substance?
So he don't hit hard, man. He damn sure slapped the taste out your mouth. You know what I mean? And you ain't do nothing. You was sitting there looking spaced out. So, I mean, he ain't got to hit hard to be able to beat you. You know what I'm saying? And I done heard from multiple fighters that shared the ring with Caleb Plant, whether it was under the lights or and in sparring. And they said that man could crack more than what people think. They definitely said he could crack more than you think. So, I don't know, man. I just hope he keep that same energy. I hope he get through his fight, and I hope the next guy that he calling out is Caleb Plant. That should be the fight, man.
We got to figure out if he cheated or not. You got to submit sample 2, and then we'll see if he cheated.
Think about Canelo and the PEDs, right? He's probably the 4th or 5th fighter out of that camp that's come up hot for PEDs. Just, what are your thoughts around that?
I've been telling y'all about Snack for a long time. Victor contact him. All right, so like, all right, hear me out. No bullshit for real. They make the drug at the limit of non-responsible, right? So like this right here, this level is you're banned. That's a banned substance. They will make the drug all the way up to the line of the banned substance, but it just doesn't show, so it's not responsible. So they've been doing that shit for years, but now that they, tapped into it, it's getting caught. Y'all think Canelo hasn't been taking Clinton Bruderol for a long ass time? Back on that shit? Or Canelo hasn't been taking Clinton Bruderol, but it doesn't show.
Now, real quick, and I'm going to just let it rock out. Yeah, what he basically is explaining is how they raised the legal limits after Canelo got caught. So he's trying to say up here is where it'll show and it'll detect, it'll be considered like you using is banned. But then he's saying basically they know how to get it right up under that limit where you good, where, you don't get held accountable for it, right? So it's basically he highlighting what he feel like is a loophole with this shit to be able to cheat when it comes to clenbuterol. That's what it sounds like he's speaking on. You know what I mean? Look, I'm gonna always speak the same way when it comes to this cheating shit. I'm just not a fan of it, regardless of who's doing it. But I'm a fan of the right information when people put it out. You get what I'm saying? If you're gonna educate somebody, educate them, man. Don't just be another one just leading people down the wrong path and putting the wrong shit out there. Past Nation was good with it. Thomas Hill, my God. T-Hill, what it do, man? L-Dub, Boxing and Facts Machine in the building, non-responsible. What the hell, yeah. Sorry, Cameron Jermall was financially secure. You have brawler with Plant for that slap. He's back for money, nothing else to get at. But last fight, he owes him. Look, I won't say that. Look, I know people that know them, that know the Charlos and his pops personally. Look, I wouldn't say that, it's just financially motivated. I wouldn't say like he ain't got no money, but he obviously went through a situation, and that's how they eat. So, I mean, look, he got to get back. We went through some things just like most humans do. It just, unfortunately for him, he in the public eye where a lot of those things and his slip-ups would be highlighted and put under a magnifying glass, and people are treated like, he ain't some type of human. So he went through some shit. So that's why I root for him. Like, I know some of the things, a lot of the things maybe was self-inflicted, but, look, he looked like he trying to get himself back right. And, it's prize fighting. So, yeah, they want their money. This how he eat. He been doing this shit all his life. So this is what he know. So, yeah, I want to see him get back. I don't think him not responding to the slap had anything to do with money. I think that was more so him not being in his right state of mind, because if he was, I don't think he would have, I don't think he would have even been touching Caleb Plant face to begin with. You get what I'm saying? So, shout out to T Hill, man. Green, black, red, blue. Yeah, green, black, red, blue. I had two different blues, like a navy blue and then a lighter blue. that you seen Big Dre with. The gray, had the gray D for the win, had the gray red, right? So I got a few of them. Rome, what it do, homie? How you feeling? If it's a bad substance, it has none medical purpose and it's naturally occurring, everyday substances, there should be no legal limit. Limit should be 0. Yeah, man. Look, I hate it, bro. I mean, just to hear that they raised the limits to any capacity was just it's just in bad taste, right? And I knew they had an explanations for it, why they did it, but it's just, you know, as a fight fan, you're not trying to hear it. You get what I'm saying? Like y'all all get what I'm saying? Y'all all you know, that should just look bad, man, for boxing, man, to explain cheating or to allow it to any capacity. But it is what it is. It's boxing for you, man. But let's keep building, man. Let's keep building. Mr. Grandy, what it do? Allegedly at court, I get his kids. Yeah, I mean, look, you go through things. Yeah, you need money to fight them legal battles, Darkham. You get what I'm saying? You definitely need that bread to fight them legal battles, especially if you've been blowing through and spending money. I think I got some. Well, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
So
I'll check it.
So they've been doing that shit for years, and now that they, you know, tapped into it, it's getting caught. Y'all think Canelo hasn't been taking Clinton Bruderall for a long ass time? Y'all think he ain't back on that shit, or y'all think it was just in the state? Because I go to Mexico all the time, from Houston, from Texas. I'm in Mexico all the time, in the state. I ain't never got popped for no shit like that. Think about it.
You think these guys are microdosing steroids?
They're microdosing it. They're look, no excuse. I'm not trying to put nobody out there. This don't got this not just boxing. This a lot of athletes all over the world. They make the drug right there to the line of like disqualification. But they don't surpass it. So they're not getting caught for it. A lot of these fighters on all kind of shit.
And
when you were talking about with Thomas, hey, I'll let you go 10 if you want.
Yeah, and I get what you're saying, Darkham. Yeah, man. That's why I say he should have never been in that situation, which is why he ended up, I think, apologizing. I know people like, nah, he slapped you, you got to get it back. Man, sometimes, man, you just got to be a man, right? Unless you're willing to go to jail. Like, if you ain't do nothing right then and there, and you decided, like, look, when you seen him, like, man, I was bugging, because, you know, you ain't in your right state of mind putting your hand to somebody's beard and touching and pulling on it. Like, that's weird. Like, you was asking for it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad he didn't do nothing, because it could have spilled over and got even worse. I would rather see him get his lick back in the ring. And look, they both fighting on this card with thoughts and plans of setting up a future fight with them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all for that, right? I get it. People got the hood, the street mentality. Look, as a man slap you in your face, you got to get him. But the fact that he didn't do it right then and there, it's like you kind of got to leave it there now, right? You supposed to respond in that moment, even though you was in the wrong. So it's like past that point, you just got to let it. You got to dress it like a man. Talk to him, say whatever y'all conversation it is y'all had. And he said, look, because of that slap, I want to fight him. He said that in one of the interviews. So I'm with that. I want to see. I mean, I love to see them fight. Shout out Mr. Grant, Jermall Charlo, Caleb Plant's biological son. You a fool, man. Let's smash that like button. We gonna keep rocking, man.
Does that really happen in boxing amongst fighters?
Yes.
Because you got to spill in beans on that one.
All right. Yes. Yeah. It's a little scripted because when I was coming into like you know the big leagues, get my name out there, I would fight some opponents and they like. Don't knock him out in the first round. Like, but what if I catch him? I'm gonna knock his ass out in the first round. Me, I never played it with the system. I do what I do. But it's fighters that will make it last. Some fighters take dives. You don't think a fighter gonna hold another fighter? It happens.
Even at the top level? At
the
championship level?
Yes, it happens. Some of this shit be scripted.
Yeah.
Man, and that's another thing, too, that he was saying that got people talking. So he was talking a little too much, saying, you know, this shit's scripted, you know, people taking dives, people cheating, dudes know how to beat the system, come in under the legal limit so they don't get caught. Like it's nasty. I mean, look, he's saying a lot of what we already know, but it just hit different when you hear one of the fighters saying it. So I know certain people gonna hear it and they like, oh, he's just drunk or yeah, whatever. But it's alarming though to even think. You get what I'm saying? It's alarming to even think, man, that dudes is just being allowed to cheat. It's crazy. It's crazy work, man. Crazy.
You say that Crawford Canelo is something for Crawford to look out for with Canelo? If you're on Crawford's team, you just said it before.
All right. I like Crawford.
Right.
All right.
Right.
My brother fought Canelo, not me.
Right, right. Was that scripted? You get me, you guys? Right. Did he take a dive? You get me? Did he take a dive? Because people would say he ain't even try. Get me? So it's crazy. And I get it to a degree, but the timing of it be crazy, man. I don't even know why they're going down this rabbit hole. You get what I'm saying? It should be more focused on Thomas Amana and other stuff. But you know how these dudes do. When they get the opportunity to speak to these fighters, they want dirt. They want clicks. They want the headlines. They want them to say something foolish that's going to get everybody attention. So I'm not going to put too much into all the scripted stuff. But is your fight going to be scripted tomorrow? Like, you know, like, come on, Charlo. Come on, Charlo. Come on, man.
I like Crawford in this fight, and he get to stay big. But my brother even told me that was his mistake that he made. He thought going up in weight, I got to get massive, I got to get big to beat Canelo. It made him slower. It made his reflexes slower. He'll tell you himself. He didn't feel like the Jermall Charlo that y'all seen him fight Tony Harrison. Crawford, I feel like that's the same thing as him. You want to get big to try to absorb Canelo punches and all this, but that's not the Crawford that we're going to see. And then Crawford going up there to fight Canelo at 68, when he's not a 68 pounder, where's the motivation? Y'all got to think about it like
big Crawford.
The money is good, but I don't expect Terence Crawford to be the Terence Crawford that was knocking out Gamboa doing all. I don't expect that type of Terence Crawford.
Are you picking Canelo?
I'm not picking either one of their ass. To be honest with you, I don't think Terence Crawford should be jumping up that far and wait to fight him. But opportunity presents itself.
Jermall did.
Exactly. I didn't understand why, but I mean I wasn't a fan of it. But
you didn't like it?
I didn't like it.
How about you, versus Canelo?
It's interesting the things that you speak on. See, I like when they bring it back to boxing. And he's saying, like, you know, that's what his brother was thinking. Like, you got to put on this weight to go up there and compete with Canelo. And, you know, he just didn't feel the same. His reflexes and stuff. Yeah, he didn't. He didn't look the same. I'm pretty sure he didn't feel the same, but it showed. Looked like he had a little love handle, you know what I mean, putting on that weight like that. But I expect Crawford to really be smart when it comes to that. I don't think he's going to overly pack on too much weight to try to, you get what I'm saying, to compete with him. I don't think that'd be smart. I think that'd only hinder him and make it harder. You get what I'm saying? I get it. It's this notion that you heavier, you absorb the punch better. But at the end of the day, man, if you could take the punch, you could take the punch. If you can't, you can't. Because the weight ain't going to do nothing but slow you down and possibly have you tired down the stretch of a fight. You get what I'm saying? Two things you don't need to be if you're in there with a Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? Carl, what's good with it, fam? Blaze, what it do, homie? So I don't think more line. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's shit coming from somewhere. You know, slap all those respect for the Charlo twins. I didn't, man. I just know that, you know, he clearly wasn't in his right state of mind, or he wouldn't even been in that situation. He wouldn't even been touching his face. And, you know what I mean? You could look at it after he got slapped. Look at the look on his face. Like, he just wasn't right. Why would you be touching him? And he was drunk. He was intoxicated, to call it what it is. Z, what it do, homie? But it needs to be a 63 the most. Yeah, Roger. It don't need to be too heavy at all. It don't need to be too heavy at all. But, you know, it's interesting that he spoke on that about his brother. So, again, I expect Bud to be very strategic or smart about putting on that weight. You know what I mean? Because he's going to need to perform at a high level to even be able to compete, let alone beat Canelo Alvarez.
I'm in size.
That's what you want.
I'm Canelo size. I'm his age. I'm in this weight division.
So
it's
people that
quote unquote duck Canelo, they quote unquote duck Benavidez. Would you be the fighter that's willing to get in there with either one?
I would fight Benavidez at 68 years. I would fight Canelo at 68 years. Fight him at 75? No.
68.
I would fight him at 68.
Rick was good with it. How you
the
feeling?
Plant matchup for a second. Why would you beat him when he's the younger guy? He's been able to be more active lately, Caleb, and he's been at this weight his whole career. Why does Jermall Charlo, despite all that, beat Caleb?
You said Caleb younger than me?
Yeah, 32. 35, right? A little younger.
You look old.
Flag don't crack.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do about that.
I thought he was older than that.
But young. I don't know, man. It's my experience as who I am as a fighter. You know what I mean? Styles make matchups. I'm coming forward type fighter. I'm gonna bring the hat. I'm gonna bring the pressure. I'm gonna fight you. Caleb Plant is a boxer. I want to consider him being a boxer puncher. Because after he knocked out and shoveled Darrell and shit, we didn't understand what Darrell was probably going through at the time either. You know, beating cancer and all kind of shit make you weaker. You know, I don't know. I don't think Caleb Plant is like this one punch knockout artist though. So I didn't show y'all that type of stuff, but I don't think he has it. He's a boxer, not slick boxer. So I give him that.
Hey, was it hard to watch Jermall fight Canelo?
I mean, look, he ain't got to be a one-punch knockout guy. He just landed the perfect punch at the right time on Darrell and cleaned his clock. It just goes to show you that, you know, anybody could be knocked out with the right kind of punch. But I don't know, man. Caleb Plant is a better fighter than people give him credit for, I think. You know what I mean? He definitely can box his ass off. You know what I mean? He never had to be a one-punch guy. You know what I mean? Some people, you see that Charlo has one-punch knockout ability, but he ain't going out there just knocking out everybody with one shot either. You know what I'm saying? At that level, man, you know what I mean? It's much harder to get them type of knockouts. But, you know, every now and then you'll still see him. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, Mr. Grandy, it was. Opulent LD TV. What it do, homie? How you feeling? He said, Maul spitting that science. Yeah, Maul talking and stuff. Why you mad, Toya? What's going on with it, man? How you feeling? Y'all smashed it like, but we gonna keep getting it. He said we had to disregard what he's saying. He has no proof. I mean, he did dismiss what Tio said. He dismissed what Tio said. Pretty much, he gave a poor ass explanation too. And when he said it, you know, he said, "Yo, you're white. You know, does that mean I'm racist? I just know my colors. You know, I say racist shit. I don't mean I'm racist. You know, we say stuff all the time. Yeah, so he definitely downplayed the hell out of it big time. and he went as far as to say that after HANEYS and that he rooting for Tio too. He want Tio to win. So he wild, man. It was Charlo a wild boy. He's a wild boy.
It was real hard. It was real hard. That was one of the hardest things I had to do in my life, honestly. Sit there and watch my brother fight Canelo. I mean, he landed shots, he did what he did, but I could tell that's like, I know my brother, he moves a lot, he punches a lot, he uses power differently, he's real agile. In that fight, he didn't get a chance to do all that. And I know it was like putting on a lot of weight, fighting at 168, the hype behind the fight, all this good stuff and all that.
Did it feel bad from a point like, you know, bro, I should have been the one
I wanted
down?
But I wasn't in the right state of mind at the time to be thinking about that, so I really didn't care. I was just happy that my brother was safe.
You made it a point to give him credit on the stage, on the presser. Why is that? Why'd you make sure to give Jermall some shine?
My brother, one of the main reasons that got back into boxing, always like drift off a little bit, start doing something else, and my brother, hey bro, stay focused. We opened up a gym together, everything, got back motivated, you know what I'm saying? We talked about moving from Holland Williams to Ryan Shields. What you think? You think you need that drive again? Me and my brother came together with it.
He was like the little big bro.
Yeah, I see what he's saying. He ain't with Ronnie right now. How much will that affect him in this fight? Like I've been saying, with no, you know, slight intended towards Thomas Lamana, but I think if it's anybody that he could afford to go in there without a Ronnie Shields against, it'd definitely be him. I just think I've seen Lamana get his ass starched and cooked. You know what I mean? And if Charlo is anything close to the level that he was at, unless he just fell off a cliff or something, there should be a win for him and possibly a knockout win. So I want to see just what kind of shape he in, because that's going to be a big key factor to the outcome of this fight. You know what I'm saying? If he really in some shape, he made weight, obviously. So if he in some good shape, man, after all this time off, maybe he get a stoppage, man. But he should, if not, put a beating on this dude. That's what I think Jay Grant would do, Jay. Send the check cash all the same way. You know it. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yes.
Look at this nigga. Huh?
How is Mail?
Y'all see him, man, he living good, he doing good. That Canelo money different. Couple more questions. The check landed. Huh?
Is he going to be at the fight?
Yeah, he going to be here.
When you think about your future, and you just talked about your brother's fight with Canelo and how you felt about that, what lick would you rather have back? Your issue with Caleb, or would you like to fight Canelo and avenge your brother?
To be honest with you, I'd rather fight Haney and Plant than Canelo. To each his own, say whatever. I'm not ducking nobody or nothing, but I'd rather get the Caleb Plant situation handled for the world and the fans. And because, like, I had to sleep with that. The Canelo was a potential for me to, like, better myself. But that was something that held me back. So that's.
Man, and it's interesting that he said that too. He said he'd rather fight Caleb Plant over Canelo. You know what I mean? And yeah, because he slapped the hell out you. He said that's something he got to live with. Yeah, hell yeah, you got to live with that slap. But the good thing about boxing, the beautiful thing about this sport is y'all could always settle it in the ring. And as long as y'all both handle business, take care of business, and y'all on board, man, that should be a fight for y'all, the next one to look at. So I hope he do get the fight, man, because shit should be a damn good fight, man. I really do hope Charlo is as close to him as he can be. You get what I'm saying? It only means something good for boxing. You know what I mean? He should have been, he could have been took his ass to 68, but, he had some issues going on. Listen, he looked like he got through him. Looked like his eyes clear, his vision clear. I think he was Highland Williams, he said, Thrill. Highland Williams. And I could double check that with my guy. But yeah, he ain't with Ronnie. I think he wanted Ronnie to come train him at the crib or something like that. And Ronnie don't operate that way. So, he definitely wasn't doing it. He's like Plant. I think he beats Plant. Yeah, it depends on what kind of what version of this Charlo gets in the ring. You get what I'm saying? Is he gonna be top notch? You know what I mean? Is he going to be at the top of his game? Is he going to be working through some ring rust and things like that? So that's what we looking at, right? Behind the hand. Oh, he said Big said, shout out to Behind the Hands TV, my guy. There you go. AKA, I was right. He did say Highland Williams, right? Shout out to my dog. I spoke him out, and I should have known he's in the back anyway. You know what I mean? He said he looked like John B. Stupid, bro. So yeah, I do think that we obviously all will want to see him work himself back into the mix, and this is what he's using this fight for. So it makes sense, right? In a perfect world, yeah, you go get that lick back, so to speak, against Caleb Plant. If you could be successful there, who knows, man? You might put yourself in position to get a damn Canelo fight. You might, but. Dude, like John B. Y'all stupid. Cornelius was good with it, player. You said Plant is overrated? I don't think I ever heard that before. Yeah, I personally don't see it. I don't think he overrated. Not at all. I think he's one of the most skillful boxers out there. And definitely at 68 too. Even with losses, he's still one of the top guys there. You know what I'm saying? So I rock with Caleb, man. He's solid, bro. Caleb could go. Caleb could get in there and go. But yeah, man, Charlo said a lot, man. He said a lot. Man. He said a lot. Yeah, I think so too, man. I think he's more underrated, if anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's because he got more of a pure boxer, not a puncher per se. So you don't capture the imagination of the casual audience. So, they kind of knock him for that. But I think he's a phenomenal boxer, man. I think one of the things that obviously got in his way is his gas tank. You get what I'm saying? Or slowing down the back end of fights. Other than that, Caleb Plant be cooking. And Caleb Plant will get in there and box your ass down. I'm telling you, I like him personally. You know what I'm saying? Caleb sharp, man. He's sweet. He's sweet hands for real. You hear me? He's sweet hands for real. You dig? But let's keep rolling, man. So he said a lot, man. He said Canelo is on his stuff. He's on his clenbuterol. And look, people always said that, but it is what it is. You got to think about that if you're going to fight him. You know what I'm saying? So is he going to be on that stuff if you fight him? You get what I'm saying? Was he on that when your brother fought him? So I keep it very consistent, man. When Canelo was on something, obviously he got caught, right? I don't know what he on now. I mean, it could speculate all day, but I ain't doing it. But I know exactly what Charlo's speaking to, you know what I mean? And that's the increasing of the legal limits of the clenbuterol after he got caught. So, you know, he's saying the same shit a lot of people speculate on, right? That they've mastered, you know, how to get right up under that limit where you don't get caught. But at the end of the day, do you want to fight him? You get me? Do you want to scrap with him, Charlo? You know what I mean? He went in, man. Nello was on that stuff, man. He said he's on that stuff. Canelo ain't gonna like it. He gonna sue. Canelo gonna be like, Canelo gonna see this clip. He gonna be pissed off. Charlo, you ain't gonna get the fight after that. You know, said he on that stuff.
Jermall,
OD locked in.
It's actually video games.
Nah,
what does that mean?
Oh, you OD locked? Okay. I'm gonna need you to I don't know what you're saying.
It's video games.
It is.
Yeah.
This ain't gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, you already know.
Jermall, have you had a chance to look into the Jaime Munguia situation yet?
I heard he was on steroids or something, right?
I think this was all linked together in that last video. But he said, y'all hear what he said, man. He rocking with Teo for the win over Haney, man. I just don't know where all the personal feelings get in that, but I truly hope they make that fight. I doubt it though, man, with the way things are going. But I just want to see Charlo go out there and win, man. Hopefully he fully focused, you know what I mean? And him and his trainer is putting in good work so he can go out there and get a win. He need this win. He need to get back in the winning side of things, man, just to see what this next run for him could be, or if he's even going to attempt to actually go on another run. You know what I'm saying? 68 is a weight class I think he could have been at, you know what I mean, if everything would have went the right way, but he here now. Let's see what he looked like. But I think against a guy like Thomas Amana, like you lose against him, bro, it's going to speak volumes, right? You struggle, you look bad. You know, it's only so much grace people going to give you for being off, man. It's just a guy that, if I just look at both bodies of work, it's just a guy that's not on your level. And I think you should make it look like that. So, like I said, man, I hope he in the best shape possible. You know what I mean? So we can get the best version of him. You know what I mean? Hopefully mentally locked in as well. And everything is straight. You know what I'm saying? I really do want to see this dude make another run at it, man. But, you know, first things first, man. Get this first fight in and see where he go from there. Caleb, I rock with Caleb, man. Caleb a damn good fighter. A guy ain't he boxing Teo. Me too. I think he can box him. I do think he can box him. I think he can box him up pretty good, as a matter of fact. You know what I mean? Especially if he continues to build on what he is as a fighter off that last performance, man. That's all. Trust in his offense a bit more, let his hands go a bit more, and I think he'd be straight. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I think he'd be good to go. Be in boxing news. What's good on me? How you feeling, man? Good to see you in the building.
Wait, let's match them together. Let's make these.
We're gonna get to this, man, because we got a couple of things we're gonna talk about. So let's see. Charlo is on us. He back in the ring tomorrow. I want to see him win. Let's see if he fully locked in and focused and ready to go. Cause everybody want the Plant fight next for him. He sound like he want that for himself. He said he would want that fight more so over the Canelo fight. Well, go out there and prove it by winning, winning against Thomas Lamana, man. Make a statement, man. The best statement possible. You get what I'm saying? And that's the next fight for you, man. Him and Caleb Plant should be a real good scrap. He been on that tainted meat. Yeah, he got jammed up. Munguia. But we're going to keep rolling because this is Oscar. Oscar weighed in on this situation and he gave his thoughts. And, I asked the question, man, is he blaming Reynoso? Because he damn sure saying we should go to ask him, man. And like I said, man, it's going to be a lot of questions for that dude because there's no way that this keeps happening. Like I said, and nobody got no questions for him. So it just don't look good, man. You keep having these dirty-ass fighters, man, and just you got a crazy track record now of working with fighters that pop hot under your tutelage, and this shit just sketchy as hell. But let's hear what Oscar, the golden boy,
match up Beck the Bully with. We're like, wait, let's match them together. Let's make these types of fights. It's sink or swim. It's do or die. It's making a statement. I mean, this is what boxing is all about. Look, we had an experience where fighters get paid all these millions of dollars and they don't put on a show, right? Tomorrow night, they're not going to make the millions and millions of dollars. They're going to get paid, nicely, handsomely. But the show they're going to put on tomorrow night is going to be the best show ever you watch. It's a pay-per-view type caliber card from top to bottom with Caden, with Joshua, the best heavyweight in boxing today, the best prospect heavyweight. You got Pacheco, who's incredible in the heavyweight division, just lost 15 pounds, is going to be faster and stronger. So I'm excited about this card. It's Eric Priest who's going to shine. He says, hey, I'm stealing the show. So every single fighter is in tough. Every single fighter knows they have to make a statement.
You alluded to fighters getting paid a lot and maybe not putting on a great performance. Obviously, that wing card in New York.
I'm pissed. As a fighter, as a promoter, come on, guys. Let's go. Let's make a statement. Let's fight. You got the fights on Saturday night. Kudos to Charlo and to Plant. But come on, guys. Let's put on a show. Let's show the world, the sporting world, everyone around the globe, that boxing is the best sport ever, and it starts inside the ring.
People have said surgery recently.
Ryan
had surgery recently. What could you tell us about that?
Yeah, I know that his hand is great. It was a successful surgery, and Ryan obviously will speak his own mind when he's ready. But I know it was successful. He's going to be back better, stronger than ever, physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. Look, he's been through a lot. Ryan has been through so much. People do not understand. Only maybe bystanders understand who have been through, similar, situations like Ryan, the mental health issues, this, that. And obviously I know exactly what he's going through. Trust me, he will be back.
Hey, Oscar,
Man, yeah, you saying exactly what you're supposed to say as a promoter. Yeah, hopefully he rehab the hand and get himself back together, but he ain't going to get a lot of sympathy from the people because a lot will see this is just his own karma coming back to get him. You know what I mean? The way he went out there and got outboxed. And shout out to L-Dub because he did ask the question about Ryan Garcia and his hand being possibly hurt. So, now you see he got the surgery and now he's going to have to rehab and get his ass back in there. But, he'll be back whenever he's back. Stressed out boxing with a Duke fan. How you feeling? So let's hear what else he had to say. So, he said what he's supposed to say as a promoter, man. He'll be back better than ever. They always say that. But let's see if he really back better than ever because he was supposed to look a certain way against Rolly, right? He was supposed to knock him out cold. We was supposed to meme him, right? And it didn't happen. Instead, he got put in meme land. Now he went and cried in the van. Now he got to bounce back after rehabbing his hand. So let's see if he going to even take this shit serious after losing to Rolly the way he did.
Good to see you, too.
Good to see you, bro.
Yeah. Hey, so what happened exactly with Ryan's injury? Like, do you know any info if he was like already injured before, or if it happened during the fight?
Well, he did after the fight. He did, because I met him at my office in LA a few weeks after the fight, and he did tell me, "Look, Oscar, you have no idea the things I went through. Okay, the things I went through before the fight with my shoulder, with my hand." He was about to cancel the fight because, mentally it was like too much. It was just overwhelming for him of everything he had to go. You think about it, right? He's being scrutinized by all these people, because he knocked out Devin Haney. He's banned for a year.
How you feeling today?
He's banned for a year. The New York State Athletic Commission, put down the law on him. And so for a year, the New York, it was like too much. It was just overwhelming for him of everything he had to go. You think about it, right? He's being scrutinized by all these people, because he knocked out Devin Haney.
He didn't knock out Devin Haney, though. He didn't knock out Devin Haney. Yeah, he knocked him down a bunch of times. He had to win for a hot second, but it's tainted. You got people actively rooting against Devin Haney and rooting for Ryan and Teos of the world. Like, scrutinized. Ain't nobody gets scrutinized more than Haney when they got the lawsuit business out there. I don't get it. So, yeah, man, a lot of this stuff that he went through is self-inflicted. It's crazy. People don't give a damn about what Charlo went through. So what he went through, going through is his own issue. Right, just not being responsible, man, and not moving the right way. So that's the situation he finds himself in. You get what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, but he ain't get scrutinized more than the guy that he cheated, and that's the crazy part to me. That's what blew my mind. So, man, ain't nobody, like I said, nobody's gonna be sympathetic for no damn Ryan, bro. He made his bed just like Tio. They gotta lay in it, bro. Nobody cares. Shout out to the queen. Yeah. They say how much was self-inflicted. Well, with Ryan, seen the unseen boxing. Shit, I mean, we watched it, poor decision making. Like, if you actively drinking throughout a training camp, that's self-inflicted for sure. You know what I'm saying? You knew how to act right on the Times Square card, right? You had your shit together, but you wanted to be Mr. Wild Child when you was fighting Haney. So that's why I say, for me, it's definitely self-inflicted, because it wasn't like, he just got bad luck or nothing. No, he got very good luck, and he just put himself in bad situations.
He's banned for a year. The New York State Athletic Commission, put down the law on him. And so you can imagine all the pressure, aside from the celebrity outside of the sport. The everyday person he is, his kids, the family. It's a lot for a kid who's trying to handle being a world champion one day. It's a lot. I know this for a fact. So the fact that nothing was lost, I think that, look, he had a tough fight against Rollies. He got dropped. He didn't look good at all, but he knows that, and it's back to the drawing board. And I believe in him, and 1,000% he's gonna come back and be better than ever.
Was there a rematch clause, and are you guys going to go for the rematch against Rolly? Because I know Rolly mentioned maybe fighting Pacquiao.
I know Tio is...
Tio, what up, Tio? Tio's going to get pulled in here now.
How you doing?
How did you get fired?
Oh, no.
Yeah, they said how I get fired on my day off.
How in the hell did you get fired, man? You do your job so well.
I know. But then,
Jesus.
But then, it's the fingers, man. It's the fingers at the same time.
Well, look. I was actually saying, in New York, this is the only man that put on a show. The only one that turned out and put on a show. Getting paid millions of dollars. I'm telling fighters this and the fans, like, you got to put on a show. This is the only man right now in boxing who's putting on a show outside the ring and inside the ring. That's it.
That's so damn false. That couldn't be further from the truth, bro. Damn, man, I understand promoting, but don't overdo it, man. You just say the only man that's being entertaining inside and outside the ring. Shout out to Melanie Queen. How you feeling today? He tripping. It's his opinion, but nah, man. Like, he could have put on a better show too. You know what I mean? He coasted a little bit in there, but we did have the best performance on that particular card of the night. Got to give him that. But like I said, just as quick as you wanted to give him credit, he took multiple steps back, and he right back to getting in his way like he typically always do. So we'll see. We'll see what he actually does off it. You know what I mean? Dante's boxing talk. What it do, homie?
That's the bottom line.
And I got fired.
And he got fired for it. I mean, come on.
Well, we're talking about future matchups. So, do you think him and Ryan and Teo is one you're looking for?
There's a round robin with all these guys, man. Look, one thing about Teo is that he's willing to fight anybody. You know, if it all makes sense, if it's all right, perfect, you know. Yeah, exactly. That's how you work. Exactly. I was just talking about Teo at the card in New York, and yeah, I'm speaking the facts here that he's the only one that put on the show. But everybody at 140, everybody at 147, that's the one thing about Teo, they will fight.
Was there a rematch
from the best, watching the best, and Oscar Delahoya is a true example of that for young fighters like myself. I wrote a story and everything. Who was my favorite fighter growing up at the 3rd grade? And when I was in the 3rd grade, I had a whole poster and everything. So you just gotta follow the footsteps of the ones that paved the way, and I'm just trying to do that. I'm just trying to do that. So
well, you're doing a great job, brother.
I'm gonna let you do your thing, champ. All right. Thank you very much as well.
Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right. Thank you, brother.
Oscar, I got a question for you. How do you feel your life is going right now? I mean, you're like, it feels like you're still in your prime, you know?
Yeah,
how do you stay young?
A lot of lasers, a lot of doctors, you know. I'm actually going under again.
Oh shit.
Yeah, just to tighten up a few things, you know, a little loose ends, you know. But no, you know what? It's also what I've learned, lifestyle. It's also, you know, everything's balanced now. You know, everything is great. Everything is beautiful. You know, emotionally, mentally, physically. It's like I'm just balancing everything out. I have a beautiful, you know, partner that keeps me sharp. You know, so I'm grateful. You know, I'm always grateful. I'm always like, you know, I thank you for everything. This sport has given me everything, and I'll never ever forget it. So, and I have to be on point, and I want to be on point because there's a lot to look forward to. There's a lot of fights, a lot of events, a lot of fighters who really excite me now. So yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna go out there and just prove to the world that Golden Boy is here to stay.
Oscar, you talk about, you know, just obviously how good you feel. You know, there was a point where you were going to come back against Vitor Belfort.
Yeah.
You know, it fell through because of COVID and stuff.
Right.
But, you know, you were training at a later age. Just obviously, Manny Pacquiao's coming back at 46. I believe he'd be the oldest champion ever at 46. I believe. I'm not sure.
No, Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins at 48, 49, 49.
Being an older athlete training like that, what's the difference between, you know, being younger and just what like advice do you give like a Pacquiao to, you know, kind of take on a younger guy?
I first of all, I give all the credit in the world to Pacquiao for doing this against a real fighter. It's a real fight. It's a dangerous fight against a way younger guy. The one thing that I do advise Pacquiao, even though he kicked my ass and beat me and all that good stuff, that's fine. But the advice because I have experience with this, is to make sure you take it easy, because your body is going to want to train like you're 25, right? Your mind is going to want to go full steam ahead, 100%, let's go. But you have to take that rest. You have to let your body talk to you.
Man, playing
get
with
that
fire,
rest.
man.
Give that rest to you when it's necessary, because you're going to want to train every single day. You're going to want to, you feel good, you're doing everything great, but you're 46 years old. You have to remember that. So give your body some rest. Rest right now is Manny Pacquiao's friend in between training, in between you know, sparring sessions. There's no shame in taking a day off or two, Manny. Trust me. Let your body relax, let your body rest. He'll do fine. He's experienced. He's got obviously the power, because it never leaves you. The speed I'm a little worried about, but I think, look, Barrios is a live dog. He's a world champion. And he's no slouch, so I think it's going to be a good fight. I wish Manny all the best. I'm not sure who's going to win. I really haven't seen Barrios, but I think Barrios, I mean, the youth is obviously, with him in his corner.
Oscar, your just reaction to Munguia, the failing the VADA test. I don't know if you heard or not, but he failed a test for testosterone for the rematch.
I literally just heard about it right now.
You don't know if he heard.
Yeah, it's shocking. It's just shocking. I can't really comment on it, but it's pretty shocking.
And that camp now is 4 fighters that have tested positive. Like, I don't know, what's just your perspective on that?
Well, I mean, my perspective is who's their trainer. I mean, if there's 4 fighters who are testing positive for whatever drug, well, who's the trainer? Because the trainer should oversee that. The trainer should overlook that. Whether they have a nutritionist, whether they have a doctor, but the trainer is in charge. So I don't know. Maybe you should talk to him.
And man, Oscar said maybe you should talk to him, man, the trainer. And that's interesting. And look, it's tough, man, because it's all about accountability. And like I said, it looks a certain way, but the fighter definitely got to be responsible for what goes in and out. You get what I'm saying? Or goes definitely that they put in their body or whatever the case may be. It's just after a while, man, shit. I mean, how many fighters do it take before they start questioning him as a trainer? That's all. So I get it, but it's just it's a wild situation to be in. It's hard to explain that. It's hard to justify it. What real explanation could you come up with why so many of your fighters have popped 30 or failed drug tests and different things like that. This is a bad look for boxing, man. It's a bad look for that team in specific, man. And I'm really interested in seeing how they deal with Haney and Munguia once everything come out in the wash, right? Let's see if let's see who's really at fault. You don't know how that shit came about, but I'm just tired of the BS. Like every time somebody pop, it's some wild excuse. It's rarely accountability, right? They always act like they super surprised and they didn't know what was going on. It's like the same stuff all the time. So there's no way that everybody could just be clueless every time something don't go according to plan. You get what I'm saying? Cecil, what it do, homie? Shout out to Crush the Legend. What's good with it? So James was at fault. James. Are you saying Jaime? My gears are hyped. So I don't know who would be, responsible. Like I say, to a degree, the trainer is training, they're in control to a degree, right? But you can't control what a whole man is doing if they off to the side doing some, something suspect. So it's tough to say that. It's tough to just put it on the trainer. But like I said yesterday, you definitely look at that camp and you just something just don't seem right because it's happened too many times, and that shit just not a coincidence. Not every single time. So I can't say that he is or he ain't, but it's definitely not a situation that you would want attached to your name. You get what I'm saying? Derek James. Why would Derek James be at fault? For what? So, yes, it's too many in the camp, bro. That's why I say it's way too many in the camp. Way too many. It's like, bro, damn, like another one? That's what it's getting to the point. You hear the report, the dude asking the questions. He like, yeah, this is four guys now. It's 4 fighters. He want to make sure, it's 4 fighters now. It's 4 fighters. It's 4 fighters that's tested positive now. So yeah, it's hard to explain that. It's hard to explain each one of those situations, man, and think everybody gonna be cool with it. But it's boxing, but let's see how they proceed, how they deal with them, because I just don't see them providing a sample that's gonna be different from the A. The B sample is the same piss. I think it's gonna be the same result, very similar to the situation with Ryan, and. Just time, money, and energy, bro, at the end of the day. But that's a setback that Haney Munguia didn't need. You get what I'm saying? He definitely need that setback because you got to think you just came off a knockout loss, an upset loss, right? And you bounce back real quick with the Canelo loss, and then you get knocked out. Then you come back, you get the win back, and now it's tainted. So I wonder would they overturn the win? This shit is crazy. Is it going to be a no contest if he, if he's proven to be dirty? You can't clear his name. Shit's crazy. It's not a good look. Oscar was saying, "Oh, it's the trainer's responsibility." Yeah, but did Derek James? Yeah, but Derek James ain't trained Jaime though. So that's Reynoso. Unless you was asking about something different other than that fight. So Ross for the lawsuit, battery against Munguia. So Ross talking that talk, man. So Ross said, look, he couldn't beat me on a level playing field. So he couldn't beat me on a level playing field, and he knew it. So yeah, man, he said he feel like it's gonna get overturned or something. That's what Bruno was saying, but we'll see what boxing do if they get it right. Jaime, I think he put out a statement saying he's surprised. Ryan, when Ryan popped dirty. That's what you asking. So when Ryan popped dirty. I think the difference is Thrill. That's like a one-off as opposed to with this being like the fourth fighter, right? I think that's the difference. I think that's why Oscar was like, who's the trainers? Because they said how many fighters now. It's like the fourth fighter. So it looked like a bit of a track record as opposed to it being like coincidental or bad luck or something like that, right? It just looks that way, and it could just be one crazy ass coincidence. It could be, but it just don't look like it. Don't look like it. You know what I'm saying? There's just too many fighters, too many times, and then people already look at them a certain way. And then, like I said, the head honcho was one of the people, so it's not a good look. But man, he didn't touch power with Freddie Roach for Eric Morales in his corner. That's what I'm saying. That's how they're gonna look at it. You get me? Mm-hmm. Dr. Big said he training both twins. Oh yeah. Shout out to Big Said, man. Shout out to him and Billy is mediocre. When Iglesias, the man at 68. Iglesias is a beast, man. It's a young beast. A young beastie boy. Young beastie boy. So I don't know, man. Oscar, man. That's interesting, man. Like I said, I can't say he tripping for saying go ask the trainer. I can't at this point because somebody need to be asked. You know what I mean? So it ain't like no one-off or just only happened twice. Like this is 4 situations, man. That's a lot. That shit get a little crazy out there, man. It's like what you gonna do now? Baby was set for a big payday and had to ruin it, but get on the secret formulas. Yeah, I hated the fact that he ruined that opportunity for himself all them years ago too. You know what I'm saying? I hated the fact that he did that to himself like that. He really shot himself in the foot big time with that. You know what I mean? That was a big opportunity. He's still hanging around, man, but it just ain't been the same since then. He ain't looked exactly the same. So it's a bad look for him. Bad look for Big Baby. Big Baby. So, man, look, man, boxing is getting messy, man. They need to clean up, man. We need clean up on aisle. We need to clean up on aisle 10, man. You know what I mean? Too much PED talk as of lately, bro. Too much PED talk. We got to tighten up, man. Pay the juice. They pay to not get caught. Tell them 2 cents. So look, that's where we at. I mean, we got Jermall Charlo saying Canelo Alvarez is on this shit. He talked about the clenbuterol, the limit, how they pretty much mastered how to come in under limit, right? Under the, legal limit or whatever the case may be. And then you got Oscar Delahoya on the flip end saying, go ask the trainer what's up. You know what I'm saying? Dante, what it do, man? Beck versus Fulgham is a good fight tonight. Hell yeah. Gallegos versus the Big Stepper. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to rock out for a little bit, man. We ain't going to be up here too long today, man. Shout out to everybody. Make sure y'all do hit the like button, though. Make sure you do. Make sure you do. You feel me? Yeah, man. I'm definitely tuning in. I like Fulgham. Think he got a bright future for sure. Shelton, what it do, man? He said, Camp Reynoso, the Juice Crew. It looks like it, bro. Like, hey, you know, hey, I ain't one for putting jackets, but they got history right now, and they track record looking spotty. They ain't looking good when you hold them up to the light, man. It ain't looking good. It ain't looking good over there. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder will he just keep training Munguia from this point on? Probably so. Probably so. Probably so. I don't know. It's a strange situation to be in, man. It's a lot of cheating, man. Too much cheating going on. Whole lot of it. Whole lot of cheating, man. Let me get this. Let me get Oscar off of here, man. So we'll see, man. I wonder if Reynoso will come out and make any statement. Probably not. You probably don't even hold your breath on it, man. He probably don't want to even come out and say anything about it. Feel like he probably don't have to. But I tell you what, if he don't get it, if he don't prove that he ain't do it, or that B sample ain't clean, then he gonna be suspended. And I wonder how long they're gonna suspend him for. Probably 6 months or something like that. He'll find himself out the ring. I wonder would they overturn and win and change it to a no contest or something like that. Who knows, man? But it's not a good look for Munguia, man. He was supposed to get back and win this fight and look impressive doing it, and he did. He showed some new wrinkles to his game, I think, right? Like patience, man. That was something that he just didn't have before, but he showed it for this last fight against Bruno Serras. But damn it, he blew it, man. He blew it. So I don't know exactly what led to him having high levels of testosterone, but like I said, man, I hope it work out for him. He said undetectable delectables. That's crazy. Get to Canelo's tested pack. Y'all stupid, man. Y'all terrible. Giving those dudes Sprite with tea or testosterone. Wow, was good. Yeah, I don't know, man. The secret serum, man. I told you they farming them secret soldiers, them super soldiers over there, man. Dudes coming out there, you know what I mean? Like on that, they on that. I LED to that. HGH led to that, just. Oh yeah, you're probably right, Sheldon, man. It's just it's nasty work, but hey, man, if you cheating out here in the game, you getting caught good. I mean, good. You know what I mean? Good. Good. Senor Dirty Piss. You know he out there giving them bad. They out there giving them bad samples, man. Giving them bad samples, my G. You know what I mean? So that's it, man. But he'll be getting suspended most likely. Like I don't see it going no other way. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they saying Crawford need to make sure that it's drug testing for his fight with Canelo, but I don't see why a fight that big wouldn't have drug testing at all. Like I don't even think that makes sense. But this is wonder. I wonder what Crawford think of that. Do he think that it's any foul play going on over there, being that they had so many fighters that popped at this point? You know what I'm saying? I wonder, do he just think they over there cheating? Synthesized non-detectable anabolic compound. Damn. Somebody said Captain Guadalajara. Damn. Oh yeah. Somebody called him Captain Guadalajara. Is crazy. I mean, look, they obviously wanted some of that super serum. You know what I mean? That super serum. That shit got dudes is juice to the gills, man. That shit he still, and it's crazy because you didn't get no knockout. It was just a good, strong, 12-round performance from Munguia. Very consistent, but now in question. So, I don't know where you go from here. Like John Mann used to say, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Somebody else said that too. Somebody said that earlier. Canelo on EPL, he's gonna be the best. Beat the test every time. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Big Nello, man. I don't know, man. Crawford gonna have to make it do what it do against Nello. He gotta make sure everything on the up and up, man. Because if it ain't, it's gonna be a bad look, G. It's gonna be a bad look. Gonna be a bad look, man. Hit up Conte for the clear. McGee sitting over there, probably somewhere looking dumbfounded, like he don't know what the hell going on. But you know what it is, man. At the end of the day. Hosted 40, what it do, homie? Music called them the Blue Chew Boys, Haney Packs and Blue Chews. Yeah, or Honey Packs and Blue Chews. Crazy, man. Yeah, man. I mean, look, I don't know how they explain their way out of this, bro. You know what I mean? They starting to look. Yeah, I hope so too, bro. I really do. I hope so. I hope that this test coming out like this is a silver lining to it, and that keeps everybody else on the up and up moving forward. I just want to see a clean fight in September. I don't want no narratives. I don't want to know all this weird speculating. I just want to see two people go in there and fight a clean fight, man. Yeah, they said Haney Packs is agreed. Oh man, y'all crazy. I hope Bud whoop his ass though. I do. And I told you, I said this before, the biggest difference I think in those two guys is that one guy never stopped challenging himself. You get what I'm saying? Nah, you never looked for me anyway, I can't look at Crawford and say that he just avoided guys and picked lesser guy to lesser guy to lesser guy. You get what I'm saying? I think this could be a fight where that might cause an issue for him. You know what I mean? That could backfire for him. You know what I mean? It could backfire on him. Constantly having it your way, not being tested, not challenging yourself, fighting these, taking these fights where they're essentially layups. You get what I'm saying? Because you damn near gotta knock him out to beat him, you know what I mean? Or dominate him. And more times than not, the guys that he's been fighting up against just don't have the experience and or skill to even come close to not only knocking him out, but not dominating him either. So you get what I'm saying? These Crawford, like I say, he really gonna want to win. 88, what it do, homie? He said, just had to slip and said, Haney Packs. Yeah, I said Haney Packs by mistake. My bad. Mike Mazak, what it do, homie? How you feeling, bro? Juicing with tequila, the Reynoso style. Yeah, man, Reynoso, man. Reynoso, you in the hot seat, G. Reynoso is in the hot seat, B. You get what I'm saying? You got Big Charlo out here, like, bro, y'all out here, Matt. Charlo out here, he talking boxing scripted, shit set up, man. Dude's out here taking dives. He said dude's mastering the legal limit. You know what I mean? They out here cheating. You know what I mean? He said a lot, Delahoya, like, man, I think y'all need to go see what's up with the trainer, man. The trainer, man, they in charge, man. What's up? With the trainer letting this kind of stuff go down, bro, what's happening? Why is people being allowed to, slip past the radar? But it is what it is. Reynoso in his camp chased out all PD. It's no way, man. Like I just don't see a world where you ignore it, right, from happening. All right, you shouldn't ignore that. You get what I'm saying? Like if I was him, I mean, he got to come out and be like, hey, man, I hear y'all talking. This ain't had nothing to do with me, G. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't responsible for what nobody put in their body. But the only thing I don't like is I already see the play. Everybody going to play dumb. Everybody going to act like they don't know what's going on. I don't know how this happens. This is, I just train hard. It's going to be the same stuff they always say, bro. I just train hard. So I can't say that that's not the case, but I know that's what they're going to say. It's no doubt that they ain't trained hard, but did you do it all fairly? You know what I mean? Was it all natural? So just don't know, man, but it's another black eye on boxing, and it's another even blacker eye for the Reynoso camp, in my opinion, because you at the head of all of that, bro. Aunt McQueen, I see you. I got you. I had this picture. I just don't know where I probably been done deleted it. So I'm glad you sent it to me. But this is their name. This is they staying true to the name, bro. This is really them. This is really them. Check it out. This is really is them. The Juice Crew, man. to the gills too, man. Man, McQueen is a fool, bro. Yep, that's them, bro. That's them boys. Oscar, you know what I mean? Andy, Ryan, Canelo in the front. He got the Bishop jacket on. He's supposed to be Bishop. You know, he the leader of this shit. You get what I'm saying? It was the eggs. Get they fighting style. Talk about Charlo mentioned scripted fights. Yeah. Yeah, Charlo was talking that scripted fight talk. Right. Now, I just think what the problem in that fight, Big Supreme, was you seen a guy that was compromised at the weight, and he probably shouldn't even been in the ring at that weight class again. Because you see him in his very next fight, that's how he fight, that's how he look. Because you can see from an energy standpoint that he looked sapped. He looked a bit flat. He couldn't respond the way he normally respond, right? Reflexes seemed a bit compromised. He just seemed a step behind where he normally is at or something like that. And that was enough. And Nick Ball is a real scrappy ass dude. I respect Nick Ball. He's a little guy, but he a little tank. He be fighting, bro. Nick Ball be fighting. That dude really be getting in there going. He got some go in him, man. He can go. Nick Ball can go. I don't mind watching his fights, bro. Dude be trying to get rid of you too. Yeah, Andy over-celebrated that Joshua win. He ate himself out of a possibility of winning that rematch. Came in there overweight, and it seemed like from there, that was the tipping point. The best and worst thing that happened to him was beating Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? That was the best thing that happened to him. Says Skull and Canelo was scripted. Yeah, man, it just looked like a sparring match. Just like a sparring match. And yeah, you heard Skull was talking some stuff too. Skull was revealing some shit. He said it was scripted or something like that. So yeah, he said Turk came back there and told him to take it easy. I mean, but Coley versus FA had a scripted winner. y'all shout out. PDs pretty much means you got to train more to make use of it. Different ones, different effects. You got to use it right though. A lot of it's muscle recovery, so you can train more. Yeah, it's just I just wish it wasn't a thing in boxing, but it's like people just do anything to get ahead, man, to get that competitive edge, man. I hate to see it. I hate to see it like that. And he basically got paid, brought the trap house for first of the use. Sammy, what it do, homie? The Canelo came back with 6-pack abs. So tell you, man. Just ain't looking right, buddy. So looks scripted. So some of these fights look bad. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Charlo just better handle business tomorrow, though. You know what I mean? He got work to do. You gotta handle business tomorrow. Doing all that talking about scripted and this PDs and clenbuterol, your ass better be ready. Thomas Amana talking crazy. I think so, Tay. I think so. I think I did see that. I think so. They say he might be rematching that guy. I think so. Oh yeah. She was. Yeah, his baby mama drama. Yeah, she was out, Andy. At least she was trying. Yeah, I know, Juan. That's the unfortunate part because money is the driving force to the sport, man. And as long as you bring us some dollars, man, they're gonna allow BS to happen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Juice crew, man. Jaime McGee is the latest from the crew, man. The latest from the crew.
Hey, why don't you act like gentlemen and let these ladies eat first?
Yeah, you act like you ain't never had no barbecue before. Let the ladies eat. Hoes gotta eat too.
Wait a minute, nigga. Who you calling a hoe? I ain't no hoe.
Ooh, I'm sorry, bitch.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Just playing.
All right, enjoy.
Yo, they had, damn, yo. They did Papa Schofield filthy, bro. Goodness. Why they do Papa Schofield like that, bro? Sheesh. Workload pretty crazy. People may think overnight. Nah. You say who is Bishop and the Juice Crew? Canelo. Canelo. You don't see it, Big Supreme. He right in the front with Bishop, the jacket on that Bishop had. He Bishop. He Bishop. Canelo is Bishop, man. King Nello is Bishop out this joint, man.
Hey guys, don't pay attention in anything. In this fucking YouTuber. I just fight real fighters. Don't fucking around with Canelo. Come on, let's go.
You heard what he said? You heard him. You only fight with real fighters. You get what I'm saying? Not this YouTuber. Not this fucking YouTuber. You know, you only fight with real fighters, okay? You know what I'm saying? He said, don't pay attention to anything. I'll make you a plate, big scope. So I talked to Andy. He's been through a 250K chain in the garage or the garbage because she went through his phone. Yeah, that's wild. That's nasty work. That's nasty work. Yeah, I think he said he had got his belts and stuff stolen too, like championship belts and all that stuff. Yeah, I got it stolen. They did Andy filthy. Andy did pretty filthy, G. He definitely did. He did kind of bad. I forgot he was putting that out there. He was going through that stuff. It's unfortunate. You hate to see it, but it's like the last thing I heard about him, he was talking about fighting Wilder. And after that, nothing. I didn't hear too much. I don't know what's up with Andy Ruiz. Andy was tripping. Andy was trying to be a player. Player got caught up. Hold on, man. Something else. All right, bet. Real quick though, y'all. Shoo. Man, I meant to, this kind of old. I meant to bring this up, but he coming back July 26th, man, for an interim title. I like this for Shoo. I don't know much about his opponent, and I can't pronounce that name to save my life, but I'm going to go look him up. But shout out to Shoo, man. I'm glad to see him getting a good fight, man. Interim title, the next step is the fight for a real one, the full title, should I say. Yeah, Andy was tripping, man. Andy was tripping. Andy was living like a player. Eddy Reynoso over there like a bootleg Victor Conte. Yeah, I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up, bro. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with him. Try to make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Don't Ray Vargas got the WBC. Do we still got a belt? I thought Ray Vargas. Didn't Ray Vargas get beat by somebody? Did they rob him? I forget. I don't even remember. You remember Ray Vargas got that back. You know what I'm saying? That's what I remember about Ray Vargas. He got that damn back. But man, just to wrap up, man, this was gonna be a short build today, man. I'm looking forward to these fights later on, and then the fights for tomorrow. Maybe we'll call them. I don't know. Might call the fights tomorrow. I want to see how Charlo gonna look, despite all his breaking news, right? Or his these statements that he made. I want to see how he look in the ring. You get what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. I'm interested. I want to see the fights for tomorrow. Mexican heavyweight champion got those tacos on the go. Yeah, man. He over-celebrated, man. The Juice Crew is crazy. Yeah, man. He vacated, did he? Ray Vargas. So, man, shout out to Why You Mad Toya, man. Pardon me. I remember she asked about picks. I didn't know which fight she was talking about tonight or tomorrow. I gotta go with my guy. Shout out to Pound for Pound Boxing Talk. I gotta go for my guy, Khalil Coe for this rematch. You gotta get it back in Blizzard. You did? Gotta get it back in Blizzard, man. And don't Akhmadaliev fight? Yeah, Akhmadaliev fight. Yeah, this Shayna Khalil Coe. He running that rematch back. Gabriel Galas. That's light. Yeah. Is KB going to do live or just watch it by himself? I don't know, Damon. I ain't decided yet. I haven't decided yet, but we gonna see. Maybe because I should cut this one kind of short, but maybe if I have time, I'll think about it because definitely I reached out to Khalil Coe too. I want to try to get him on here, so do want to see if he can pull off this win in the rematch and avenge that loss, man. Because he took a bad loss against this dude, and he looked real flat out there, you know. And I was joking, but I just said I think he was having some fun, man. He said we need KB live. All right, man. We gonna make some things happen. Then, yeah, we gonna make some things happen. Andy said it wasn't me. Andy ass was caught. Now you probably hear me playing around with a little accent, bro. But hell nah, I don't sound like no chameleon now. I ain't from that part of town. Not them parts. Not them parts. But we'll see. What time? Hold on. Let me see what time these fights come on real quick, man. Let me see. Nine p.m. Okay, this car start kind of late. So I think I can, main card starts at 7 p.m. Okay. I think we can make this work. Yeah, I think we can make this work, y'all. I think it's 7 p.m. That could work. But shout out to everybody that pulled up, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. Yeah, they saying this Khalil Coe. They saying the main card starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Main event should be around 10:30 p.m. That's what they saying. So that's the joints for tonight. And then we got the card for tomorrow. Andy says your sister-in-law be cousin is a lie. You a fool, man. But shout out to everybody in the building, man. I'm going to try to pull back up and call these fights. Say 7 p.m. I think I can make it happen. And we're going to have some fun how we always do, man. Enjoy this beautiful Friday. And y'all already know we're going to keep building on this boxing, man, as always. But I'll see y'all when the fights start, man. Much love to everybody. And see y'all later. Peace to the fam.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes. Got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it. This channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word him up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link. Word 'em up.